The August 12th episode of Monday Night Raw was an excellent follow-up to last week's White Hot show. On this week's Bryan Breakdown, I'll be discussing the build to Randy Orton vs. Gunther 2, the Judgment Day versus the Terror Twins, as well as the dissension within the New Day. Rhea Ripley opened the show this week, promising to remind Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan who the hell she was, and was about to do so before she was rudely interrupted. The two, Dirty Dom and Liv Morgan, were extremely cocky up until they were surprised by Damian Priest, a la a 90s slasher villain. A brawl ensued with Carlito making the save for Dom, setting the stage for his later encounter when he went one-on-one with Damian Priest. The match itself was nothing special to note, it was a decent showing, before Carlito inevitably ate the pinfall and Damian was jumped. The aftermath of the match is what was the most interesting part. The Judgment Day is proving to be one of the WWE's biggest modern success stories. They took a middling faction and created two of the company's biggest stars, their biggest heel, and a compelling storyline for over a year at this point. However, the Judgment Day needs to quickly adapt to present themselves as a credible threat. Currently, they are unable to answer Rhea Ripley. Liv Morgan is physically incapable of doing so, and the men won't get physical with her. They outnumbered the Terror Twins 5-2, but were ran off on two separate occasions on the same show. This is not a good look for the faction. Over to the World Heavyweight Championship picture.
No.
The stakes were raised for Randy versus Gunther, in that if Randy won, not only would he be the champion, he'd come over to Raw and Gunther would go to SmackDown. Neither of those things are happening. However, this segment was a rare misstep by the folks in charge of Gunther's booking. The cold, scathing mic work we have become accustomed to from him was reduced to empty nonsense, with him uttering lines such as the one about Randy's wasted potential. Gunther also took his eyes off of Randy for Drew and ate RKO for his troubles. However, this is classic Triple H booking in which storylines overlap, creating intricate webs of interactions. Ahead of the show, there were originally rumors of Randy Orton and CM Punk getting involved in some form or fashion, and on the back end of that, I can easily see Gunther and Drew versus Punk and Orton at some point. Lastly, Odyssey Jones made his much anticipated in-ring debut on Monday Night Raw against the Jobber, and with little reception at that. It wasn't necessarily a squash, which it should have been, but it was a decisive win for Jones nonetheless. After his match, the Karrion Kross Clan came out to instigate a breakup with the New Day group, saying that Kofi wasn't trying to replace Big E, but he was trying to replace Xavier Woods instead. This set the stage brilliantly for next week's six-man tag turmoil. I'm not sure if a debuting Jones should have been put in this spot as a happy-go-lucky New Day sidekick, but if this is the route that they choose to go down, they must commit to it. He needs to be a difference maker. They cannot go down the same path as Bobby Lashley and Street Profits, going 50-50 with the Final Testament. While many are predicting a split for the New Day, my best-case scenario is a revitalized 2.0 version of the faction that breathes new life into the careers of Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Odyssey Jones. For more great wrestling content, be sure to check out new audio episodes of the Two Smart Marks Wrestling Show every Saturday, as well as like and subscribe. I'll see you next week.